Tabs multiply. Notes sprawl. The cursor blinks, and nothing ships. You do not have a knowledge problem. You have an action problem. Act today instead. Real clarity follows action, not thought. End analysis, paralysis. Stop overthinking. Choose Stoic action. Move from theory to practice. Productivity for overthinkers begins by shipping. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing." B1. Here are 6 signs and 6 Stoic countermoves. Stop overthinking. Choose Stoic action. Move from theory to practice today. Sign 4 looks like collaboration, yet it is permission-seeking in disguise. Stay to learn, tell. Then break stall and move from theory to practice. Subscribe now for practical Stoic action tools. Beat analysis, paralysis. Stop overthinking. Move from theory to practice. Get wins next. Built for productivity for overthinkers. Sign number 1. The endless research loop. You tell yourself you need just one more source. Another tab opens. Another review. Another expert thread. Yet the cursor still blinks. Hours pass. The plan looks smarter. The deliverable does not move. This is analysis paralysis dressed up as diligence. Research feels productive because it pays in quick hits of novelty. Your brain rewards the hunt, not the handoff. Each new article adds options. Each option adds friction, and progress stalls. You collect possibilities while avoiding a single measurable commit. Diminishing returns kick in fast. The 4th article rarely changes the decision in front of you. Loss aversion turns every unchosen branch into imagined pain. So you wait for certainty that never arrives. While momentum fades, the Stoics cut through this fog. Epictetus said, "Do not explain your philosophy. Embody it." Marcus Aurelius said, "Objective judgment now. Unselfish action now." Translation: clarity follows action, not another argument in your head. Turn that into a system you can run today. Use the R to D gate. Research to decision. Before you start, name 3 high-leverage sources. Only 3. Capture a 1-page brief that states the problem, the options, the criteria, and the decision you are willing to test. Then close the door on inputs. Lock the R to D gate for 24 hours. No extra tabs. No fresh opinions. No new frameworks. You move from theory to practice with a small, time-boxed test that buys real data. This is Stoic action for productivity for overthinkers. You shrink the field. You constrain the noise. You bias the system toward shipping. You do not need perfect knowledge. You need tight loops with reality. You can refine after contact with the world. Run it on something that matters now. Pick one stuck project that has nagged you for weeks. Write a decision memo in 150 words that names the choice and the first proof of concept. Send it to yourself and one responsible partner who will hold you to the next step. Take the smallest step that creates evidence. In 15 minutes, you can send the outreach email, publish the draft behind a soft gate, or place the order for materials. Put the artifact where feedback can find it. Learn from results, not from more reading. If you need a mantra, keep it simple. Stop overthinking. Start shipping. 1 constraint, 3 sources, 1 page. Then action. The gate is set so the work can move. Sign number 2. Perfectionism disguised as standards. You say it is not ready yet. You call it high standards. But underneath is fear of feedback. You fuse the work with your identity. So pressing send feels like exposing yourself. The draft lingers while the opportunity passes. Polish pretends to be progress. You sand the same edge again and again. Then tell yourself you are being diligent. Delay masquerades as discipline. While no user sees value, you refuse a finish line that can judge you. Your mind hunts safety in endless refinement. Each revision moves the goal a little farther. You avoid the binary moment where the world says yes or no. Momentum bleeds away while you rehearse perfection. The Stoics would cut this knot. Seneca wrote that while we postpone, life speeds by. Epictetus taught that first we decide who we wish to be. Then we do what must be done. Identity leads. Action follows. Translate that into a system that ships. Use MVP by constraint. Define your minimal valuable proof, the smallest artifact that earns real feedback. Think landing page, short Loom video, or a 2-page brief that a decision maker can read in 3 minutes. Run the rule of 80, 20, 0. Hit 80% of quality in 20% of the time. Then send with 0 apology in the note. You are choosing speed to truth over vanity metrics. The goal is evidence, not elegance. Install the 2-loop review. Loop 1 checks function. Loop 2 checks aesthetics. You are not allowed to start Loop 2 until Loop 1 passes with a clear yes. Give yourself constraints that make shipping inevitable. Cap scope before you start. Kill extras that do not change the verdict. Replace creative wandering with a clock and a finish line. Work this on a live example. The presentation you keep tweaking. Cut the slides by half, then half again. Keep the story and the outcomes. Remove the flourishes. Record a rough walkthrough and send it to the smallest audience that can approve the next step. Expect the first version to feel light. That is the point. You want fast collisions with reality. Feedback arrives sooner, which lets you correct sooner. This is Stoic action applied to analysis paralysis. Stop overthinking by demanding a deliverable that exists in the world. Move from theory to practice through small proofs that invite data. Productivity for overthinkers begins with concrete artifacts. Here is your takeaway. Halve the scope, then halve it again. Commit to shipping a minimal version in 48 hours. Put a calendar reminder that beauty comes after reality. You do not need perfect. You need proof. Sign number 3. Scenario spinning and catastrophizing. You keep asking, but what if? Your mind runs simulations of failure and public embarrassment. So your hands stay still. You over-prepare for storms that may never arrive. This is analysis paralysis in a polished suit. You picture deals collapsing, clients walking, posts bombing, reputations cracking. The movie in your head is vivid, loud, convincing. The screen is bright. Yet the real world stays dark because nothing ships. Fear wins the day without lifting a finger. Here is the trap. You confuse possibility with probability. Almost anything can happen, but very few things are likely. When you blur that line, small bets look like cliff jumps. So you freeze. You also ignore how reversible most choices are. A first draft can be edited. A landing page can be taken down. A call can lead to another call with a better offer. The search for certainty becomes its own addiction. You keep waiting for a feeling that confirms zero risk. That feeling never comes. So you spin more scenarios. The wheel turns while the work stalls. The Stoics offered a cut-through. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are pained by external things, it is not they that disturb you, but your judgment about them. The judgment is the lever, and you control the lever. Turn that wisdom into a tool." Run the two-column reality check. In the first column, write likely outcomes based on base rates, not on anxiety. In the second column, list reversible actions that buy data fast with a hard cap on time and money. Design a small bet that you can execute without drama. Commit $100 or 10 hours. Never more for a first pass. Make the test specific and observable. You are buying information, not chasing perfection. Examples help. Send a short pitch to 3 decision makers and ask one concrete question that leads to a yes or a no. Publish a 1-page offer and measure sign-ups for 2 days. Book a discovery call with a script that tests one value proposition. When the test ends, read the evidence with a cool head. If it works, scale a little and test again. If it fails, note the learning and adjust one variable. Either way, you move from theory to practice. This is Stoic action built for productivity for overthinkers. You shrink imagined catastrophe with measurable steps. You stop overthinking by stepping into reality with a safety rope. The rope is the cap on cost and time. Your takeaway is simple and concrete. Write down 3. But what if fears? Next, to each fear, define one reversible test you will run this week. Then schedule the first step in words on your calendar. Run it, and judge by evidence, not by emotion. Sign number 4. Permission-seeking procrastination. You keep asking for another opinion. Then another one. It feels responsible, yet days pass without a single commit. You are not seeking insight. You are seeking relief from owning the decision. Consensus looks like safety when you fear regret. Each new voice reduces your anxiety for a moment, then adds another constraint. Advice conflicts. Your plan stretches thin. Momentum drips away. Endless polling pushes the work toward the lowest common denominator. Strong edges get rounded off to please everyone. What survives is bland and slow, which is another way to say it, never ships. Here is the psychology at play. By spreading the decision across many people, you dilute responsibility. If it fails, you can say, "They told me to try this." So the sting is softer. The Stoics would call that a loss of agency. Epictetus taught that no one is free who is not master of himself. Marcus Aurelius reminded us that you control your mind and your actions, not the approval of others. Turn that wisdom into a protocol. Run 131. You ask one mentor who has walked the path upstream. You ask 3 peers who face similar constraints right now. You prepare one clear recommendation you are already willing to execute. You do not ask, "What should I do?" You say, "Here is my plan. Tell me what I am missing." This frames feedback as refinement, not permission. Set a firm deadline for the decision. Use a specific moment, like Friday evening. After that time, you close the thread. You stop collecting replies. You move. The door must shut, or you will keep peeking through it. Write the decision on one page. State the objective, the options, the criteria, and the chosen path. Add the first step that proves traction in the real world within 48 hours. Guard the channel while you execute. Mute new opinions until the first result arrives. You can reopen the conversation after you have data. Reality earns a seat at the table, not another hunch. Examples will make this concrete. The email chain that has 10 replies and no owner. End it with a call for a single yes or no by Friday evening. The meeting that keeps growing in size. Cut it to 3 people who can approve the next action. Expect pushback. Some will want more time or more input. You will listen. Then point to the deadline. Then move. Leaders do not wait to feel ready. They commit and adapt. This is Stoic action for productivity for overthinkers. You replace permission-seeking with ownership and bounded counsel. You stop overthinking by placing a time box around input and a trigger for output. You move from theory to practice with a controlled cadence. Your takeaway is simple. If your inbox is full of opinions, pick one direction before the deadline. Declare ownership of the decision in writing. Then execute the first step. Learn by adjusting after contact with reality, not by gathering more votes. Sign number 5. Planning addiction without commits. Your calendar looks full and clean. Templates glow. Apps hum. Your second brain is color-coded. Yet there is nothing in the world that another person can touch. You have the system, not the ship. Planning becomes a comfort hobby. You arrange work instead of exposing work. The brain rewards motion that feels safe. So you chase organization instead of outcomes. Busyness steals the praise that belongs to delivery. You mistake control for creation. Checklists grow. Kanban boards look beautiful. And status updates sound impressive. Still, no user gets value. Impact needs artifacts, not aesthetics. This is the psychology. Process offers the illusion of progress without the risk of judgment. You feel productive because the tools respond. But tools are mirrors, not markets. The Stoics would redirect you to the work. Marcus Aurelius urged us to rise and do the work of a human being. Seneca warned that it is not that life is short. We waste much of it. Their point is simple. Make something and put it where reality can answer. Turn that wisdom into a loop you can trust. Use T2D. Time box. Test. Debrief. Book a single block of 50 minutes. Aim it at one deliverable with a binary finish line. Sent. Published. Deployed. Or delivered. Define the finish line before the clock starts. Write the smallest version that still counts. Remove extras that do not change the verdict. Decide where the artifact will live so feedback can find it. During the block, you build. Not arrange, No fiddling with labels. No searching for better templates. Protect the attention like a flight. End the block with a quick debrief. Spend 5 minutes to write what worked, what did not, and the next smallest improvement. Then take 30 seconds to schedule the next block on the calendar. Keep the loop tight so momentum stays warm. Name each block with a verb, a noun, and a finish line. Write. Publish version 1 podcast page. Link live by 10 in the morning. Record. Draft 3-minute demo. File uploaded to the client folder. Ship. Update pricing sheet. New link sent to the team. Measure results by artifacts shipped per week. Count the sends, the posts, the releases. Review your week through what the world can see. Pride comes from proof, not plans. Examples make this real. The deck you keep polishing. Lock a 50-minute block to export a shareable PDF and send it to one stakeholder. The Kanban with no done cards. Create a done column and move at least one item there before lunch. The knowledge base that never launches. Publish the first 5 answers and invite feedback from 3 users. This is Stoic action for productivity for overthinkers. You stop overthinking by forcing work through a narrow door called shipped. You move from theory to practice by running blocks that end with evidence. The system serves the ship, not the other way around. Your takeaway is concrete. Rename tomorrow's most important block with a clear verb, noun, and finish line. Guard that block like a gate. Then count your shipped artifacts at the end of the week. Let reality be the scoreboard. Sign number 6. Idea hoarding versus practice. You keep collecting ideas and frameworks. Then you promise yourself you will use them later. You read Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus. You nod. You highlight. You save. Outside your head, nothing ships. The world cannot see your intent. This is the gap between knowing and doing. You feel like a builder because you think like one. Identity swells on the inside while output stays at 0. Confidence feeds on theory while competence demands reps. Ideas die when they never meet load. Unused concepts stay fragile and untested. Skill grows only when you put weight on the bar. Progress is measured by data, not by the excitement in your mind. You protect yourself by staying in rehearsal. You delay the first messy attempt because the attempt can be judged. You tell yourself the conditions are not right yet. Meanwhile, momentum leaks away. The Stoics point the way out. Epictetus urges you to accept looking foolish if you want to improve. Marcus reminds you that obstacles are raw material for action. Seneca invites you to begin at once and treat each day as a full life. Turn that wisdom into a reliable loop. Use the PRR loop. Prototype. Reps. Review. Build a tiny version in 24 hours. Make it real enough to earn feedback. Small enough to be safe. A prototype is the smallest artifact that can be judged by the world. Record a 2-minute demo that sketches the core flow. Write a 1-page note that states the offer in plain words. Publish a short thread that tests a single angle. Now set the cadence. Commit to 30 reps in 30 days. Each rep is a visible artifact, not a private plan. The scoreboard is public output, not private potential. Keep reps embarrassingly small. Ship a micro video. an email pitch, a sample worksheet, a draft landing page. Tie each rep to one measurable signal. You are buying information, not applause. Close the loop with weekly review. Sit down with your log and ask what reality told you. Pick one 10% adjustment for the next week. Remove what did nothing and double what moved the needle. Expect friction from your own ego. You will want to look clever, not clumsy. Accept clumsy as the tax on growth. You cannot look perfect and learn fast at the same time. Protect time for the loop. Block a short build window each day and guard it. Reduce the number of inputs that do not lead to output. Replace note-taking with making. This is Stoic action for productivity for overthinkers. You stop overthinking by trading speculation for experiments. You move from theory to practice by stacking tiny proofs. Evidence quiets fear better than any pep talk. Your takeaway is concrete. Choose one idea you have hoarded for months. Ship a tiny public version within 24 hours. Start a counter for 30 reps and mark every single ship. Then measure yourself by artifacts, not by theories. Getting value already. Hit like and subscribe. Join our 7-day Stoic sprint to stop overthinking. Practice daily action and turn ideas into shipped work starting today. With simple systems. Clarity follows action, not thought. You saw 6 signs of analysis paralysis and 6 counter-systems that turn thought into motion. Use the R to D gate to choose. MVP by Constraint to ship. 2-column reality check to test. 1-3. 1 consult protocol to decide. T2D to deliver. PRR loop to build skill. All of them serve one theme. Protect your peace and backbone by moving. Choose one stuck task now. Pick one system and run a tiny step today. Let evidence lead. Stay calm. Keep moving. Drop a comment with one sign you recognized and the tool you will apply today. If this helped, tap like, hit subscribe, and share it with someone who feels stuck. Your next step is small and concrete. Then repeat, "Thank you for being here." Until then, stay stoic, stay wise.